I wrote down the biggest stories from week 2. I'm just going to throw these at you. Well, I'll do your team just because you're here.
Yeah, let's do it.
Parsons is the best defensive player since when?
Oh,
what guy? How far back would you go? Because like the clapper today on TV was like, he reminds me of LT. It's like, stop, come on.
He better shut up. I don't need him jinxing us.
But
keep your mouth shut, clapper. Just clap till your cheeks fall off. I don't want to hear it anymore. I was going to ask you to admit that Micah Parsons is the greatest defensive professional football player you've ever seen, and I was going to threaten to not get off the Zoom until you said as much.
Well, as you know, he was my DPOY pick for the year, plus 450.
What's that now?
Oh,
Even?
God. Well, here's the thing. I don't know how many people listening to this watched that entire game.
Mm-hmm.
He wreaked havoc in that game. Like this is the most dated reference ever, but Fast Times Ridgemont High 40 years ago when they steal the linebacker's car and he's mad and he's just destroying the other team. Yeah. That's what he was like. And I was trying to think like Reggie White did this in the 90s. Reggie White would just destroy games. And I actually think he's been a little forgotten in history. I think Ray Lewis was like this, even though he was a middle linebacker. He would just dismantle everything and you're always aware of him. And he was just so over the top. Derek Thomas had some stretches where he would just like destroy teams. But for the most part, since Ray Lewis, I don't remember anybody looking the way Parsons did today.
You keep naming names. I haven't heard any that match up to the caliber of one Micah Parsons, honestly. No, I think maybe I'm crazy, but I think he's doing it a little differently from those guys. If you watch him, he's not offered much friction. And oftentimes his move past the tackle or past the guard or past the running back, whoever's blocking him, there's not even contact made. Right. It's just like a stutter step or something. I know a lot of those guys that you mentioned that was part of their repertoire, but and now I know I'm going to jinx him about getting injured, but I really feel like there's not even any physicality until he gets to the quarterback and blows up a play. I don't know. It's almost magical. I think he's got that magician from Hard Knocks working with him or something.
This is going to make you mad because I'm going to bring in basketball right now.
Good.
I'm sorry.
Well, it was 18 minutes. We did good. Yeah.
He's like watching one of those incredible basketball players who can just get to the rim. And you're just like, how do you get to the rim? Everyone knew he was driving to the basket, like John Morant last year. And be like, oh, John Morant's going to the rim. Oh, they can't do anything. He's just going to get there. Parsons, it seems like when he wants to, if he's like, I'm going to just stop this run play, or like, I'm just going to get to the quarterback, it doesn't really matter who's blocking him. He moves around on the line of scrimmage. So I'm going to try it over here this time, and I'll just go right by the running back and get the quarterback or hit him as he's throwing. And he's on a very short list. As you know, I'm prone to hyperbole from time to time, but I've seen all of these dudes that have mattered since LT, and LT is always going to be my number one. It's non-negotiable. But
I'm with you. It's fine. LT's great. He was the best. He crushed the Cowboys for many
years. LT was the best. He really was.
I would appreciate, can you come up with a different name? John Moran, I know what you're getting at, but can you pick someone who's probably going to be in the league in 2 years?
Or like what late 2000s LeBron was like when his first 2 MVP seasons, when it was just like when he had a head of steam, he was just getting the rim. There's that nothing was happening to stop it.
Oh, I got one. Yeah, those are good. How about Lawrence Taylor? Well, that's the name I'm going with.
Does he need a nickname like that? Like, what do we do to? How do you pump this guy's rep up a little bit more?
I think Romo was trying to call him Monster Parsons. There's something there. I don't know. Yeah. What does he need?
He needs something. He needs, like, LT was so great. And then we were also mad when Tomlinson took it. It's like, nah, you got to come up. You got to be LDT.
MP doesn't work. Yeah. We got to figure something out.
Well, anyway.
Maybe, is he hate me taken? That seems catchy. I don't know.
He's the best. He hate me. He's the best defensive player in the league.
Yeah.
And he's might be the best player in the league right now, especially if you watch Mahomes. I know Mahomes. I'm not going to just grab the title from him after 2 games, but he's in a direct conversation with Mahomes now. And he's the biggest advantage you have. If you're going to be like, Dallas is going to the Super Bowl this year. All right, what are your reasons? Number one, they have Micah Parsons. He's the best defensive player in the league, and he's absolutely wreaking havoc week after week. So congratulations.
I love him. I mean, I think he was around 13 sacks last year. I think he'll be around 18, 19 this year. He's good for 1 a game. FanDuel offered Micah Parsons sack plus Cowboys win at plus money. I was like, oh my, why am I waiting? I got to jump on that. And listen, it was the Jets. And again, it's a quarterback I think they can replace. So, and it's not going to be much different when they go to Arizona next week. But yeah, man, this guy's a star. I just stay healthy, for God's sakes.
Yeah, especially there's two things. One against bad offensive linemen or shaky quarterbacks. You can just he's like supercharged. And then as these games go along and the teams start getting a little confidence, like the Jets, there was a couple moments in that game. What was it, 18-10? And you're thinking, well, if they get, feels like they're getting a Dak a little bit. They got a bunch of flags against them. There's this one part of the game all the Jets fans are mad about when it just didn't seem like they were going to get a call there for 10 minutes. But they were hanging around the Jets, and then Dallas just put the game away. But when's your first big test? Is it San Francisco?
Is that coming up for where? I'm trying to figure out what's because I know we have.
Hold on, I have it.
Arizona, and then it's the Patriots. We have you guys. Yeah,
at San Francisco, week 5. That's your big test.
Yeah.
That'll be, and then you got the Chargers.
Yeah.
All right. So
Patriots will do something. Something stupid will happen October 1st against the Patriots. You watch. That'll be it. I'll skip that podcast. October 1st. Let me write that down. Skipping podcast.
Are you done? Next.
You know how it goes with this team.